स्वामिन् नमस्ते नतलोकबन्धो कारुण्यसिन्धो पतितं भवाब्धौ मामुद्धरात्मीयकटाक्षदृष्ट्या ऋज्व्यातिकारुण्य सुधाभिवृष्ट्या स्वामिन्नमस्ते 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 यत्कीर्तनं यत्स्मरणं यदीक्षणं यद्वन्दनं यच्छ्रवणं यदर्हणं लोकस्य सद्यो विधुनोति कल्मषं तस्मै सुभद्रश्रवसे नमो नमः। विचक्षणाय चरणोपसादनात् संगं व्युदस्योभयतो अंतरात्मनः विन्दन्ति हि ब्रह्मगतिं गतक्लमाः तस्मै सुभद्रश्रवसे नमो नमः तस्मै सुभद्रश्रवसे नमो नमः तस्मै सुभद्रश्रवसे नमो नमः। जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु। So many of you told me that you are very eagerly waiting to know the other qualities which one should imbibe. Not the qualities alone, it is the spiritual qualities. How it becomes spiritual? Any quality, whether it is love, compassion, friendliness, how it can become spiritual for us. That we have to understand, and for that we have gone through this, which I told you again and again yesterday, that we have to think about it, dwell on this thought. At any time you are free, even if you forget, that moment you remember, that is a practice, and do the practice very lovingly. Make an effort, just like we have made effort to get educated, to get good jobs, or bring up a family. For everything we have to make effort. Hard work we have to do. So for this also, we must make some effort and hard work. And this we must do, because this is a knowledge which is about our own self. It is about us, about our life, how we can live a beautiful life, a life of enlightenment, a life where, in spite of remaining in various conditions, we can still remain cheerful, confident, and unaffected by whatever waves come and hit us. I think all of us want to be like that. And I taught you one sloka, Bhagavad Gita, which is, we'll chant it again today. Yam labdva chaparam labham manyate nadhikam tataha. Should we chant that? I said, it will be very good for you to remember this sloka. It is, it is a pointer, a watchword, which you can remember on and off, and tell your mind that this is my aim. The aim is not much, but the aim is very valuable. We go into the world, our whole life we are spending in trying to acquire, say, education, qualification, post, high post, good jobs, then wealth, property, a good family. We are going behind that. It is necessary. But like our Swamini says sometimes, suppose these all are considered to be 25 kilos of gold we are going after. And this knowledge promises that I'll give you a whole universe of gold, then what you should do? we should go for this whole universe of gold, right? We should. And in Bhagavatam it says that you are a fool if, in spite of knowing, in spite of having the knowledge, that even if you pursue a little bit, to the extent that you can, but with interest and love and having a small aim, if in spite of knowing the result that it can give, you do not pursue it, then you are a fool. So we do not want to become fools. We want to become wise people. So the wise, what do? As soon as they come to know, this human body is very rare. We could have been born as insects, animals, birds, reptiles, anything. But God has made us human beings different from the other creatures by giving us the mind and the intelligence. And what can these two do? Mind can think, and the intelligence can take decisions. And it can tell the mind that this is good for you and this is not good for you. So, having had the mind and intelligence which can think and can decide for one's own good, one's own auspiciousness, in this life itself, we should pursue to gain that knowledge by which we will reach that state where we will not be affected anymore. So in Bhagavatam it says, Turnam Yateta. Once you have come to know, immediately you start practicing. And just like, if you are hungry, what we will do? We will try to get some food. Nobody has to tell us that you go and get some food so that your hunger will be appeased, you will be nourished. Similarly, this is a food for the mind and intelligence and for the auspicious, supreme felicity that one can have in one's life. My dear children, we all listen. And when we listen, we feel very good. But the thing is that we don't pursue. We just listen and we feel very good. We feel that, oh yes, I'll pursue. But after that, what happens is that neither we are able to retain it, nor we are able to assimilate it, and nor we are able to pursue it. But I will not disappoint you. Krishna has told in many ways to us. I would say many, many ways. We should read the Shastras. That is what, make a little routine in your life. You have got so many routines. See, we don't ever forego our bath, our food, our sleep. Let anything happen. These three we do. But similarly, give a little time to think about this, that what routine should I make? Okay, the Bhagavad Gita, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying that some qualities you must develop. So these are the qualities I have read. You can read further chapters. You will find there are many other things to be known. So why not I practice it? How will you practice it? You have to practice not in meditation. We can do meditation. We can feel very, very quiet and peaceful. But after we get up, we find that the whole problematic world has again gripped us. Fear has gripped us. Then anxiety has gripped us. Affectedness has gripped us, affliction has gripped us. So, while we are active, while we are in interaction, we have to see how Krishna's message can be lived, so that the interactive life that we have from the time we wake up till the time we go to sleep, we are in activity and interaction. How that can be good, how that can be made very smooth and nice and lovable. So, first thing today before we start, I will say I really would inspire you. I will request you to read the Bhagavad Gita. Make a habit of reading it every day. And, now this book is there. Swamiji's book. Earlier it was not there. You will find this book is very good. It connects each shloka with the other. Why Krishna has said this, and the next shloka, why Krishna is saying this now. And in short, very short, each shloka has been given a commentary which you can apply to yourself in your activities and interaction. And from that you can choose what you have to do, like where you lack, where you slip, and how you can improve yourself. The whole thing is the transformation of one's own personality from the narrowness, which Arjuna said, Karpanya dosho pahata swabhavaha. Swamiji used to make you chant this shloka. Arjuna, when he felt very grief-stricken, confused, deluded, fell down, he said that I feel that I am very narrow. I'm not able to think of the greater purpose of this war at all. So please guide me. I am your disciple. All along, you were my friend, you were my cousin. Now I say that you take the position of the Guru and give me knowledge so that I can again stand up. So similarly, we all have a constricted mind. We find that we are limited. Now how from that limitedness we can think of the universalness, the infiniteness, the expansion, and the freedom. We are always constricted by what? Our desires, our possessiveness, our clingings, our wishes. And we want to hold on to what is good, what we have in life, we hold on to. But we cannot hold on to them. So naturally we become fearful. How to preserve, how to hold on to the last moment. Now Krishna has given many suggestions, explanations, etc. So if you start reading this book, you will find, make it a friend of yours. I just request you to give maybe half an hour's time every day. And you will find, if you make it a point, you will find that half an hour, if you are really seeking this knowledge, or you're seeking at least not the knowledge, the peacefulness and happiness of life eternally. I'm not talking of the peacefulness and happiness we get, on and off. Not that. Whatever happens, I'm peaceful, I'm cheerful. So if you really seek that, you will find that from half an hour, you will yourself start loving to read it, say for 1 hour or so, and then discuss about it with others. There is a sloka in Bhagavad Gita which says, Macchitta madgata pranaha bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha maam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Macchittaha madgata pranaha. That is, when you love something, here Krishna is saying, by reading about God or reading about the self. Here Krishna, who is the teacher, he is not the human Krishna. What did I told you one sloka yesterday. Vadanti tat tattvavidaha tattvam yajnana madvayam. Do you remember? Brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti shabdyate. That is the tattvavidaha. Those who have known the spiritual knowledge, they are called tattvavit. So, a tattvavit, one who has known the knowledge, or one who has known about Brahman or self, they become that. You understand? Then becoming that means what? Then they have the qualities of the self. Their qualities become the qualities of the self. So, Krishna is saying, Macchittaha madgata pranaha. Those devotees or those seekers who start loving me and they start thinking about me, dwelling on my thought, just like a mother will be thinking about the child. Wherever the child is, the child has become old, married, and has his own family, mother will be thinking of the child. So, macchittaha, madgata pranaha, you feel only about God and God's characteristics, God's greatness, magnificence, glories, all that you start thinking about, dwelling upon, and you feel happy about it. Macchitta madgata pranaha bodhayanta parasparam. And knowing about that, dwelling upon that, what you will do? You would like to meet people who also are given to that kind of thoughts. And so you will, parasparam is mutually, you can discuss about that. Kathayantascha maam nityam. So when you meet those people, you will be saying, I read that. In that book, I read about this. I understood in this manner. What do you say? So the conversations will come away from such conversations which agitate the mind, disappoint the mind, or sometimes make the mind have unnecessary desires. So mind will come to such discussions or thoughts which will quieten the mind. Kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. And they remain satisfied by those thoughts, those discussions. And they sport in that. They rejoice in that. And also Krishna has told in a different chapter, Yehi samsparshaja bhogaha dukkhayonaya evate adyantavantah kaunteya na teshu ramate buddhaha. What does he say? They're not showing. It's okay, you listen. So he says, Yehi samsparshaja bhogaha. Now we have got 5 sense organs. They go in different directions, 5 directions, according to their own, interests, and always want to get, always want to acquire. And they think that all of us, we feel that if we get it, we will be happy. So samsparshaja bhoga, the sensory organs, they go to their objects and want to enjoy that. But know that even if we get the object of enjoyment, we may get it. It is adyantavantaha. It will appear and disappear. It will not remain. We take good food. When we are hungry, we are waiting for food, but that is over. We want to go for sightseeing. Till we go, it will go. But it gets over. Say like Swamiji has come when I think it was 25th of August, everybody was getting ready. Swamiji is coming. And now it is going to get over. So every good thing, whatever you enjoy, gets over. Similarly, dukkha also gets over. That is what Swamiji explained so well. So, adyantavantaha, adi antaha. Adi means beginning and antaha means end. So, anything that we get through our senses, they get over. They appear and disappear. They come and go. Adyantavantah kaunteya. And also, since it is adyantavantah, it is also the womb of misery. Why it is womb of misery? Dukkha yonaya evate, it says. Why? Suppose I want an object and my eyes have seen something. I like it, I want it, and I get it also. I'll be very happy. Then what happens? Then there is a anxiety in the mind. Oh, it will be over. Suppose somebody takes it away. Or say suppose money. Oh, we got it wrong. Then the anxiety is how to preserve it, how to increase it, where to deposit it. Have I done the proper savings? Suppose my son takes away and spends in a wrong manner. So with every bhoga, every enjoyment, there is dukkha, anxiety, stress, etc. So that is why it is called, any kind of enjoyment is dukkha yonayaha, that is womb of misery. And suppose you do not get it, I gave the example where we get. And suppose you don't get it, oh, you will be so angry, you will be blaming so many people, you will be blaming your fate, blaming situations, blaming this one, that one. So then also you are not happy. So either by getting or not getting, what is happening? We only get agitated and disturbed. That is why it is dukkha yonaya. So, adyantavanta, and comes and goes. Na teshu ramate buddha. See, beautiful, Na teshu ramate buddha. Buddha means the wise people. So, the wise people, they understand that any kind of object of enjoyment behind which we are going, they will only give us dukkha at the end, in the middle, and maybe some happiness for some time. And they will come and go, will appear and disappear. So, na te shuramate, they do not rejoice in that. You understand? The wise do not rejoice in that. So what do you want to become? Wise or fools? Huh? See, nobody is replying. You want to remain fools? No, everybody is fearful that, oh, suppose I say yes, then I'll have to leave this, I have to leave that. Every time this thought will come, that it will give me ultimately some sorrow. That is what? In spiritual knowledge, we do not understand that ultimately it is going to give us that eternal, unaffectedness. I won't even say peace or happiness or anything. Unaffectedness. We are constantly getting affected by this world. Afflicted and affected. By little things. We may have desired to have a big house, big car, big salary, children, grandchildren, everything. And we may get or may not get. What we get affected is for small things also. I was not talked in a nice manner. Nobody took care of me. Nobody understands me. Nobody has any consideration for me. I am working, and nobody is coming and helping me. These small things give us so much of displeasure, dissatisfaction. In the office, I am the only one working, but I don't get promotion. The one who is not working is getting promotion. So everywhere these thoughts, they are giving us lot of unhappiness. So what is this spirituality? Using the mind and intelligence, constantly think that, is there a way to remain unaffected in the midst of all this? World will be like this. How can I refine myself? How can I transform my outlook? How can I become that pure soul? How can I remain seated in myself, which is changeless, which is decayless, which is absolutely immovable, which is taintless? The soul is that. I am that real identity. I am the self, and I am changeless. I am taintless, and I am self-effulgent. I am always cheerful. The cheerfulness is not because everything is going on well in my family, so I am cheerful. Not much of problem is there in the family, so I am cheerful. This cheerfulness comes from within. Independent of anything, it is there. We don't look inside. We are only looking outside, thinking that if I get X, Y, Z things, we'll be happy. So, I feel that for all of us, this is a great, it is making a resolution in one's mind that I'll try to remember the aim of spirituality. What is the aim of spirituality? There may be in many ways it can be said, but in this, yesterday I taught you one sloka. What is that? Let us chant that. Yam labdhva chaparam labham manyate nadhikam tataha yasmin sthito na dukkhena gurunapi vichalyate yam labdhva chaparam labham manyate nadhikam tataha yasmin sthito na dukkhena
Yasmin sthito na dukkena
gurunapi vichalyate.
gurunapi vichalyate.
And I'll again tell you the meaning. Yam labdhva, attaining which or gaining which one considers nothing else as superior to it. Nothing else. So normally what happens? We'll acquire things, we will get them whatever we wish to, and then we feel that, oh, something else has come into the market, or my neighbor is having it, so let me have it. But here, what is this? Nothing else you feel as superior to it. So you are contented, absolutely. So when we are contented, what is the mind like? It will be absolutely calm, restful. And so when we are able to be in that calm and restful mind, what will happen? Guruna api dukkhena na vichalyate. In that, when we are remaining, yasmin sthitaha, that is, when we are remaining in that state, then in the heaviest of adversity or affliction, we will not be afflicted or affected. So this is the aim. The aim is given in many ways, but let us have this aim, very simple aim. But I think everybody wants it. Well, you raise your hand, who doesn't want it? Is there anybody who doesn't want this kind of a state and who wants to remain in an afflicted state and affected state? Nobody. So let us have this. So Krishna has been telling in many ways how we can attain this state. And you know, in 12th chapter, say, before that, I can just summarize and say that in the beginning, he starts with, in the second chapter, he tells about the self, that you are the self. The body is destroyable, it has destruction, and the soul is not. And then slowly he talks about samatva. What is yoga? Yoga is samatva. That is having a equal vision or equal mind towards siddhi and asiddhi. That is your success and failure. And then at various chapters, he has told this for any pair of opposite, whether it's happiness, unhappiness, honor, dishonor, profit and loss, like that, and praise and blame, like that. That means whatever we like, so you can just summarize it as remaining same in the mind when you have happiness or unhappiness or likes and dislike. So our life is actually disturbed by our likes and dislikes. Some things we like, we want to have them. Suppose we have, then we are very happy, and then we are agitated also, just like I gave the example, we'll be fearful that we will, suppose it now goes. And dislike, what we do not like, we feel very fearful that we may have to face whatever we don't like. One devotee was asking me once that, Ma, in my family, in my husband's family and in my own family, everything is okay now. All the siblings are married, they have children, their children are studying very well, everybody's health is okay. Now I am very fearful. Suppose something happens, then how will I meet that? So whenever everything is okay, we want to hold on to it. So one is samatva. Samatva too, suppose something happens, you'll have to face it. So neither you look for something which will give you a lot of happiness, nor you should be depressed when anything which you don't want, you have to face. And to do that, Krishna has said that one should not have sangha, that is clinging to anything. What we do, we cling to likes and we also cling to dislikes. That is, we don't want dislike. What we do not want, we do not want. What we like, we want to have. So This clinginess, sanga, sangatyaga, Krishna has explained in many ways and many places. Then he has said, likes and dislikes, these two words have come as raga and dvesha. Raga means anuraga, likes, and dvesha is hatred. That is, you like something and you hate something. Then he has told, now we are active. Since morning, as soon as we get up, we are active. And in our active and interactive moments, we come across many, many situations which disturbs our mind. Little things. So, how to do activities? What should be the attitude with which you should act? So, he has talked about how to do activity, karma yoga. There he says that you must do work not for your personal gain. Anything that you do, even in the household, you must feel that it is for the whole world. Suppose you are bringing up a child, think that I am bringing up my child with good qualities, good values to make him a good citizen of this country or a person of this world. Like this, when you act in the office also, it is so. For the organization, yes, we are getting remuneration, no doubt. But those people, those who think of the organization, they identify with the organization. If you are working in your profession, if you are in the business, in your business, if you are in the house, if you are a housewife, you have to identify with the family, and then only everything will be all right. So, he says that when you are working, have this feeling as if you are doing a worship, yajna. Do it with a feeling of worship to the whole, that Supreme Lord. How will you think like this? Because you must think of the glory and magnificence of the Supreme from where the world has been created. I have not created the world. Say, I am reading here, I am sitting here. Where am I sitting? I am sitting on a chair. The chair is on this one platform. Platform is on the floor. The floor is actually earth. Earth I have not made. The platform, if you go back and think, you may think that a platform, I assembled the platform, somebody assembled the chair, but what about the elements with which they were made? Did I make them? The 5 elements, everything that we make is from the 5 elements. Do you agree or not? So, this, we must understand that there is a supreme power, which in Bhagavad Gita, many slokas are there where Krishna is saying that this whole world has emanated from me, the God, the Supreme. And He only sustains, and in Him only it gets dissolved. And what is this? How this universe has come, and I am one of that universe. I am one part of that universe. Even a small child who is born in the mother's womb, the mother may take food, good food. The expectant mother is being looked after by the parents very well. Good food is being given, very well looked after. But has the mother any control over whether the child born will be healthy and having good intelligence or weak and no intelligence? Can she do it? You cannot go and buy some tablets and gulp it, saying that if I take this, I am confident that my child will be like this. So who is creating that? So using the mind and intelligence, constantly we have to think as the universe, everything we feel that is made by the Creator or Supreme God, whatever you want to say. And in Vedanta we say Brahman, everything is a display of Brahman, the one consciousness. We also have been made by that. So my body, which includes my limbs, all the 5 organs, sensory organs, my mind, my intelligence, my ego, everything I have not created. Is it not something which we can on and off think? But do we think? We don't think. It is a truth, but we don't think. And say I gave an example of, suppose I want to cut a fruit. So I feel that I'm going to cut a fruit. I'm going to do a work. I take a fruit, apple. Have I made that apple? Can you make an apple of a particular sweetness, a particular size, particular color? Okay. My hand I have not made. The knife that I take, if you go back, you will find that the knife is also made of the Panchabhutas, the 5 elements. So where is my control? Does anything belong to me? No. So thinking this, whatever we do, what we are thinking, that everything is created by that one supreme power. You may call it God, you may give it a form, you may not give it a form, but there is a supreme thing who is actually like a wheel rotating this earth. And he is within us also. Because he is everywhere, naturally he is within us also. So that supreme is responsible for everything. So once we start thinking like this, we are already offered. What? We go to the temple and take some fruits, or we give puja with some items. But everything, we feel that I have collected all these things for worship. But everything, actually he has given us, that we are giving him back. So it will do us good to remember this, to be grateful for this. He has given somebody some intelligence, somebody a lesser intelligence, somebody a more intelligence, somebody he has given a little more wealth, somebody he has not given wealth. Whatever is the fate of the person has come. But he has also given us the mind and intelligence to improve our situation. So when we get up from our sleep, we are into the active world. And in this active world, we are doing the work which is assigned to us that day. We feel, I have planned today, I have to do all these things. Many times we are not able to do whatever we have planned. Plan is his. Just like he has planned, say, after winter, the summer comes. After summer, the rain comes. After rain, again the winter comes. All the seasonal fruits come one after another. It doesn't happen that in the mango tree you get a pineapple, or in the plantain tree you get a durian. Nothing happens like that. So there is a cycle, and that goes on and on and on. And this nature, it's very easy to think about this greatness of the Supreme in nature. When we look at nature, the huge mountain, the vast ocean, the blue sky, that its magnificence is immediately, you can feel it, experience it. But along with that, we should associate ourselves that, oh, I am also his creation. It is not that I am seeing, I am a part of it. And for me also, whatever has been designed has been designed. So, do the work, whatever work you do as a yajna, as a worship to him. Worship to him. We get up in the morning, the first thing at least I do is fold my bed sheet with which, or the blanket with which I had covered myself, make my bed. Then maybe go to the bathroom. Every work. Who stops us from thinking about him? We don't think. We don't think. It's not that we have to think God, 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 God. The thought that I am God's. This one thought, this one sentence that I am God's and God is mine. This one sentence we can think many times, and not only think, we can feel it. We can feel it. And then you do. Maybe you'll forget it also. But still try. It is like learning a bicycle. When we try to learn a bicycle, what happens? How many times one falls? And after some time, what happens? One can even leave the hands and cycle, right? So like this also, we have to make some effort, make some habit, and want to do it. First thing is wanting. So, I am God's, that feeling, Yesterday I was chanting one shloka, Brahmai Vedam Amritam Purastad Brahma. That feeling that everywhere is Brahman or God. He's surrounding me. I am absolutely surrounded by divinity. The divinity that we feel when we go to the temple, when we worship, the divinity when we feel, say when you come here and touch the feet of a Mahatma, a Sadguru, the divinity that you feel, that divinity we should not lose when we are in our worldly affairs also. How can we keep it? Only when we think it and dwell upon it, at least occasionally, and slowly, just like learning the cycle, you will find that it has become your habit. You don't have to think anymore. It will become yours. So, like that, Krishna is telling that do your work like a yajna, like a worship, offer your work, and also mukta sangha samachara. He says in third chapter it is there, mukta sangha means don't have clinging to it. I want to do only this work. I will be happy only doing this. Why I am being told to, or why my fate is that I have to do something which I don't like. It happens, no? When we get up in the morning, so many things. This I like to do, this I don't like to do. Oh, today everything that I have to do is something which I don't like to do. So, mukta sangha, whatever comes you do. And samachara, sama achara means do it well. With perfection, with excellence, very well. Don't become lazy. Don't feel that, oh, everything God is doing, so why should I make an effort? No. God has given you all the faculties to work well. And there, actually, if you are devotees, we should feel with our work we are pleasing God. Whatever we do, if we do it well, and we do not grumble by the work which has come and the situation that we are in, take it very easily and do it. Try to improve upon the situation. Nobody's hindering us in doing that. Improve. But don't grumble. Without grumbling, try to do whatever has come your way. So, mukta sangha samachara. Also, karma phala sangha rahitya. That is, we get possessive and we cling to, I have done a work, then we want the result to be something. All of us want to do. Suppose I am cooking a dish, I would like to cook it in such a manner that everybody will like it, appreciate it, come and tell. Similarly, any work we do. But we should know this, that if I have done the work well with perfection to the best of my ability, the outcome will be there. Now, outcome can be something different. Maybe we have put in a lot of effort and everything, but the salt is little less. Now somebody says that salt is little less and you get annoyed. I spent so much time with so much effort, and now see, at the end of the day, I have to hear that the food is not good. Little thing. Similarly, it happens in the profession also. So, the sangha rahitya for the karma phala, the result of the work that we are doing, we should not get bound to it. It may happen this way, it may happen the other way. We will always try to do it better. So, and then seeing everywhere the same self. sarvabhutasthamaatmanam sarvabhutani chatmani. That is, seeing the same self in everything, same God in everything. And even in sukha and dukkha, if sukha is self, dukkha also is self. So like this, so many slokas are there. I'm just trying to give a little few slokas to you to make your faces feel interested. That I have only one wish. That is, feel interested that this is something, it will change the outlook of life completely. And you will as if some nectar you are getting from all these slokas. You may not be able to chant in the manner in which I am chanting. You chanting, in your own way. But relish the words, relish the meaning, relish what it is trying to tell you. And that is what, whatever you read, it should be the. And then ultimately it tells, there are many things. He talks about the disciplines, the sattvika disciplines. One should grow in the qualities, sattvika qualities. And ultimately talks about complete reliance, that you rely on providence. But keep on doing whatever has to be done. Just like, say, we plant a tree, we look after it very well, then it starts giving flowers also. So many buds have come, but few flowers are blooming very well. One flower just goes. So providentially it happens. Krishna has told about that also, that whatever we do, there is a fifth factor which is called daivam, by which what you expect may not happen. So why is he telling all these things? To make our mind, remain aware of these things. We are aware actually, but we try to keep it aside and always feel that everything good will happen to us. So, completely opening up what is life and how you can remain unaffected in life. And he has given so many qualities. So we were doing this qualities of jnana. What is this spiritual wisdom? And I was telling you that we are not able to, however much we like, we listen. See, all of you are listening with very interested faces. I'm feeling happy. Now, these interested faces, I know that you are interested, but we always hear from the listeners that when we go back, everything is lost. Why? Why it is lost? That has to be seen. And that is because the mind always goes towards the short-lived pleasures and dwell in those things which are adyantavantaha, that is, they come and go, appear and disappear, and those which are wombs of misery. It's not remembering that which will give you the unaffectedness. The example that I gave yesterday, that we never forget our name, never forget our home. All of you know that after this, where you have to go, you will not forget. Except one has Alzheimer's disease. They may go somewhere else and get lost. So whatever we do not forget some about ourselves. But that is the very superficial thing. We forget what we are actually. That I am the self, I am the changeless self, that I cannot get affected. The affectations that happen and I feel I am getting affected is happening by the play of the three gunas in my mind, my body, my intelligence. So apply your intelligence, introspect, and remind yourself. So shall we chant those slokas? 13.8. Amanitvam adambhitvam ahimsa kshantirarjavam
ahimsa kshantirarjavam
acharyopasanam shaucham
आचार्योपासनं शौचं
स्थैर्यमात्मविनिग्रहः
स्थैर्यमात्मविनिग्रहः
इन्द्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम्
इन्द्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम्
अनहङ्कार एव च
अनहङ्कार एव च
जन्म मृत्युजरा व्याधि
जन्ममृत्युजरा व्याधि
दुःखदोषानुदर्शनम्
दुःखदोषानुदर्शनम्
असक्तिरनभिष्वङ्गः
असक्तिरनभिष्वङ्गः
पुत्रदारगृहादिषु
पुत्रदारगृहादिषु
नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम्
नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम्
इष्टानिष्टोपपत्तिषु
इष्टानिष्टोपपत्तिषु
मयि चानन्ययोगेन
मयि चानन्ययोगेन
भक्तिरव्यभिचारिणी
भक्तिरव्यभिचारिणी
विविक्तदेशसेवित्वम्
विविक्तदेशसेवित्वम्
अरतिर्जनसंसदि
अरतिर्जनसंसदि
अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वम्
अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वम्
तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम्
तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम्
एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम्
एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम्
अज्ञानं यदतोऽन्यथा
अज्ञानं यदतोऽन्यथा.
So yesterday I had started explaining to you, so I'll continue with that. So amanitvam, we have written, see, I have made them columns, If you're real serious seekers, what you will do, you make further columns, give dates, and every day see which of the quality you have been able to have in you. Whether you have been successful having amanitvam throughout the day. You understand what I say? Adambhitvam. So amanitvam is sublimation of pride. Sublimation of pride. So amanitvam is actually not having a feeling of superiority, undue self-importance or self-pride, which most of us have. And when that is hurt, we get agitated. We have that feeling that I am good in this, I am respectable, I am honorable, I am qualified, or I know this subject very well, I can explain this very well. And if you find somebody not agreeing with it or telling something in opposition, mind gets agitated. What did I tell? For the self to be revealed, the self I am, the self-effulgent, the constant, effortless ananda that the self radiates, it is there. It is my real identity. I am the changeless one, taintless one, unaffected one. But it does not get revealed because of these veils, the curtains of disturbance of the mind. So we have to first remove those disturbances, the impurities of the mind. One which Krishna has listed out here first is amanitvam. There is one must be very humble. Let somebody say anything about you. You know what you are. Why should I get agitated or angry if somebody says that, oh, you are a fool? Bas, if somebody says like this, then gone. You will not come face to face with that person. If you cross your roads, you will go the other way. You cannot work in a group. That is why we are not Many people are not able to work in a group. They are solo and loners because they cannot take others' suggestions and opinions. So superiority arises because of many things: capability, efficiency, learning, qualification, position, wealth. So many things are there. One might feel that, or say, one may be feeling that I am very beautiful. So this, I am respectable, I am honored. So how will you then get over this? We must know, amanitvam we must remove. We must be humble. We must not have the sense of pride, etc. How to remove it? So we should remember that because of this mistaken identity, that though I am the self which is unaffected, changeless, we get identified with the body, mind, intelligence. And I feel that this limited, my name, form, etc., I am this. And all that around me and which belong to me is mine. That is, we consider this as I, though this I which I am considering to be I is a changeful I, right? The body changes, mind changes, intelligence changes, and the relationship with all others is they are separate from this I. All of you are separate from me, from each other. So that differentiation comes. So how will it become a spiritual quality when it becomes easy to get rid of this amanitvam? The same thing. Remember, the self that I am, the same self is there. But everybody's behavior is different because of the working of the three gunas, the play of gunas. That I'm not taking. All these are described in Bhagavad Gita. Somebody is sattvic, somebody is rajasic, somebody is tamasic, somebody is very quiet and very loving. Some people get irritated very quickly. Some are impatient, intolerant. Some are very understanding. Why? All these are the play of gunas. Some are very tamasic. They are very lethargic, procrastinating. They are lazy. These are, and any time for anybody, the play of gunas, the three gunas, will be always there. Now, the play of guna is sometimes the sattva guna, which is calming the mind, will be more, and the other two will be less. Sometimes the rajoguna will be very high and the other two will be less. When rajoguna is high, one becomes very active, work after work. There are some people who cannot remain without work. The other day somebody came to the ashram, said, I cannot remain without work. So I said that, see, you are a seeker. If you have worked and you are given to work, now learn to remain without work. Be absolutely calm and peaceful and satisfied without work. So he said that what you say is true. Because the mind is getting agitated. The main thing is that our mind should not be agitated. We are having a pursuit of spirituality where we are trying by any means to keep the mind calm, peaceful, happy. Now, suppose you have gone somewhere where there is no work. All others are doing work, nobody is asking you. In the ashram, many times it happens, people come as visitors. So, if you have come for 1 or 2 days, they will spend their time in prayers, listening to lectures. Maybe some work is not there. But then you should not become agitated that I don't have work, I don't have work. So work or no work, that means the mind is feeling that I am not being, nobody is giving any importance to me, not calling me. Say during Guru Purnima, many people came, no? So in the, somebody was saying, one devotee worked with us before Guru Purnima, a lot of preparations are necessary. So she was helping us very much. Then she said that this is the way introspection should be done. So one of the days when we were distributing dresses to our workers. We have a workers' day. In the ashram, there are a lot of workers. About 25 women workers are there and about 5-6 men workers. Then in the office staff is there, a big group. And also the occasional people who are associated with the ashram, say electricians, plumbers, steel fabricators, then painters, then gas oven repairers, then the taxis which we send to the airport to bring our devotees, auto rickshaws which go to town, fixed ones are there. So they are all associated with the ashram. So Swamiji gives dress to everybody. So we have a big, for some days our brahmacharis will go to the town and get dresses, and now we can get online also. So every time, and this is a great festival for us because we keep watch who wears which color, who wears a full shirt or a half shirt, who wears a check or a stripe, like that. So it is a joy to give them what they like. And every day, whatever is brought, night, definitely we will see Swamiji, myself, definitely we will see. And if we feel that some texture is not good, material is not good, you have to go again and return it and bring again. But it gives us joy, though it is sometimes becomes tiring. And then we have a workers' day. Also, we give to the retired workers, those from the village only. They have become old and all that, but they wish to come and take this gift. So it takes a lot of time. Then things are brought. Then whose is whose? To put sticker, keep them stacked. When we call their names, the corresponding packet should be available. So it's a big, huge work. And on that day, Swamiji speaks to them, shows, we show our gratitude to them that the ashram is remaining neat, clean, and everything is going clockwise because of their help. And Swamiji has his own remarks also for them. Like he will say that he's a very good worker, but he doesn't do the work that we want him to do. Or Nuttara Swamiji will say, this man has come as a painter, but he does everything else except painting. So for another worker, one old cook was there who was very good, now retired, who would remember, even if you have gone to our ashram after 10, 12 years, he will remember what you liked, how much rice you took, so Mohan cook. But if he got annoyed with somebody, he will remember it throughout his life. So all these remarks Swamiji will very liberally say. So there will be a lot of joy. And so this was going on. And then they are given food. We ourselves serve them. So when we serve them, that day the menu is theirs, what they like. We'll ask them. And they like a little more chili, little more oil and masala. So the payasam also what they like. So everything is theirs. Very nice. So this devotee who had come, who helped in all these things, actual distribution, I think the brahmacharis were doing. She was not being called. So she was telling me later that, Ma, how the mind thinks and how the introspection helps. I was constantly thinking that, see, I helped them so much, they did not call me. I helped them so much, they did not call me. Means those who are handing out, they are in a prime position. And now that day she has become the observer and sitting and watching. And then at one point, one particular person's packet was not available. She said, I thought, very good. Very good. I know where it is. I know. You did not call me, then it's okay. And at the same time, now what is nice about the introspection is, she was saying that I was watching my mind, how it was trying to think like this, and again part of the mind is thinking that what is this? Your natural behavior should be, you go and help them. Why are you waiting for them to help? So why don't you go? So, this is introspection. And that is truthful introspection. When we do introspection like this, then only we improve. And to be able to say this, that I thought like this, I thought like that. So where were we? Amanitvam we were doing. So we should not... so how to cultivate amanitvam? So we should always feel that I'm the changeless soul. That I-ness and mindness which we develop, that this is my I can do all these things and they are different. And this differentiation is against the spiritual knowledge. The spiritual knowledge is I am the self and everywhere it is the same self. So when we feel like that, even if the pride comes, we can think in many ways that why I am feeling proud? What have I done? If I've applied my intelligence or my limbs to do something, nothing belongs to me. Because it is given by God, I must remember it, that I am working as His instrument. One way of thinking is this, that you feel that everything is given by God, so I am His instrument, and in whichever manner I am doing, because He has given me this skill or qualification, I am able to do. Suppose He has not given me, I would not have been able to do. Another way of thinking is that everything is the same self. There is no differentiation. So, just like, suppose I have my two hands are working well. Many times it happens that one hand becomes a little weak. So, do I belittle this hand? No. Why? It is my part. So, when I am better than another, I should not feel proud. I should feel that he is also an expression of the self and the capability is like that. And I have been given this capability, so it's okay. The pride should not come. So everything you must dwell on the thought of the self or thought of God. These are practically how you should do it. We may know the concepts. Concept is what? Amanitvam. But how do you remove the amanitvam? That should be your own introspection. And maybe I have given you some examples. You will find that if you try to think, you will find many other examples. So, we should only feel that gratitude to God, that if I have been given some intelligence, capability, qualification, wealth, property, or good family, we should be grateful. And feel for those who do not have. Never feel that, oh, I have it. Then also another is that very simple method is recognizing good qualities in others. So I feel that, oh, I have these qualities. I am very respectable. Or I have this qualification. I have got this degree. But see the good qualities in others. Always recognize before anything, whatever little you find good in others, go and acknowledge it. You will feel that you have become humble. So this is possible when instead of wanting recognition for oneself, you recognize others' qualities. Our mind always wants recognition for oneself, right? Always. I'll tell you a small story. Long back, when I joined the ashram. So, in those days, ashram was very small. So, everything was small. Kitchen was small, dining hall was small. People were less. But on Swamiji's birthday, some people came. Nowadays, at least 700 people come. That time, maybe about 100 used to come. So, I was very new and I had come from North India and I'm in South India. Language was different. Everything was different. And as soon as I went, many of the running of the ashram had fallen on me. Domestic part, other looking after Swamiji's letters, many things. Swamiji always used to say that, in our ashram, I'm not satisfied. All people should be fed. When people come, people should be fed. But in our ashram, we have not been able to do that. So that used to, hearing Swamiji say this in a sad manner, it used to give me sadness. So I was much, much younger at that time. So Swamiji's birthday came. And everything, myself and Notun Swamiji, we did. Many people took food. Everything went off very well. Cooks are generally appointed. Special cooks are appointed who cook for a big group of people. So everything went off well. We served food. Everything was appreciated by others. So in the evening, I told Swamiji that, Swamiji, everything went on well. People have taken food very nicely. And everybody was fed. Suddenly some people had come from Palakkad. We could feed them also. So Swamiji just heard. Then I told Swamiji, you always used to say that we are not able to feed properly, but we have been able to feed properly. Swamiji said, oh, acha. Then I said, Swamiji, you can say a few words of praise. I don't know what I said actually. You could appreciate me, or you can say a few words of praise. Something like that I said. Then Swamiji looked at me and said, you could have reminded me. So I felt, that one thing took away the feeling from me, and I understood that how smallness it is to look for praise and appreciation. If I have done my work well, that is my reward. I know that I have done with all the odds of not knowing language, not knowing what are the items cooked, that one Kerala Sadhya, what are the items, did not know at that time. So I'm saying this constantly you have to remain introspective to see where we are getting caught by our own desires and clingings to feel that I'm okay, I'm having these qualities. So instead of wanting recognition of one's own qualities, what should be done? Say for me, whenever, say I had this interaction with Swamiji, what should be mine? Anybody doing it well, we should be able to go and tell, oh, you have done very well. Even if some little mistakes have been done, go and say, it's okay, very well done. So giving this kind of appreciation to people, you feel, light in the mind, loving in the mind, expansion in the mind. But at the same time, if you feel that, oh, I could not do, but see, that person has done, or I did so much of work, but all the praise went to this person. So that is narrowness of the mind. The development of amanitvam becomes very easy in the association of a Sadguru. See, as I told you, because I was with my Guru and he told me this. Actually with Swamiji, lot of such things which has given me lot of insight, revelation, and to improve. And always I had a feeling, I can tell that I always wanted to have a purity of mind, to be pure, to understand where my mind is becoming small, narrow, and want to get out of it. So the development of any quality in the association of the Guru, especially if you stay near him, he will be able to see you and observe you, tell you, and also one must be able to have that kind of a feeling where you are open to the corrections. You understand? Open to the corrections. Now you may say that we are not having the opportunity to be with the Guru. So what will we do? You are with others. So when others make comments, feel that it is through your Guru that you are getting the comments. And without getting annoyed, try to see in yourself whether that kind of a quality or that kind of a trait is there and it needs to be corrected. Suppose you feel that, no, I am okay, then it's okay. Suppose you feel that, oh yes, the comment has been good. Yes, I never myself understood, but I can improve myself. Then actually you should go and do a namaskar to that person, saying that I am very, very grateful that you have pointed out to me. This we are not able to do because of what? Lack of humility. When somebody says something, even if it is not correct, we should not become annoyed. We immediately becomes defensive. We start giving justification. We become angry, and there will be quarrels. So instead of that, a spiritual seeker, see that it is enriching the mind with spiritual qualities. It is not the quality, it is a spiritual quality. What is a spiritual quality? First of all, our identity should be, I am a spiritual seeker. What is our identity now? Everybody will say that I am a mother, I am a wife, I am a daughter, I live there, or I do this work, that work. That is the identity. Okay, let that be. Definitely that is the identity. But more than that, if you are interested in spirituality and you are wanting to pursue at least a little bit, have the identity as I am a spiritual seeker. First identity is I am that. So everything will revolve against spirituality. That is, whatever happens, you will try to look into yourself and see whether this trait is good for spirituality or not good for spirituality. And you will try to work upon that. What do you say? Is it interesting? And it is not hard. It is not hard at all. You all feel that it is hard. I don't know why you say hard. Because so much hard work you have done. And so much hard work we have been doing during our education, our even family, so much hard work we have to do. So that means when we do not want to do, that means we do not love it to that extent. We do not understand what it is giving me. Whole universe of gold, as Swamiji says. So one day Swamiji was telling, poor fellows, they do not know. They only remain satisfied with 25 kilograms of gold. I'm saying that I will give you a universe of gold. Nobody comes and takes it. So it is like that. Then comes adambhitvam. Adambhitvam is ostentation. That is trying to show what you are not. And it happens with everybody. We try to hide our weaknesses, our bad traits, and try to show that we're very good. So we think that if we try to show good qualities, then people will respect, people will honor us. But that is to be completely removed. Adambhitvam. Adambhitvam is ostentation, When Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that priyate ऽमलया bhaktya hariranyad vidambanam. This amala bhakti, pure bhakti alone, Sri Hari is pleased. Rest of it is ostentation. What is? We go give big pujas, go to big pilgrimages, we take bath here, bath there, do lot of austerities. All those are ostentations. We should be what we are. No showing off. And even for a seeker or a devotee, ostentation is there. A seeker, maybe even an ashramite, even a sannyasi, will try to show to people that I am a big sannyasi. I have got so much of following. I can talk so well. People are respecting me so much. So that is also not good. So whether you are in the household, whether you are in a spiritual center, whether you have renounced and you are taken to this path wholesomely, all these have to be constantly pursued. Amanitvam, adambhitvam. We cannot, even when the renunciates sannyasis, brahmacharinis, we cannot have this feeling of pride. What is the feeling of pride which may come? That, oh, they are householders. We are renunciates. So this kind of feeling also should not be there. And how will that go? When we feel that the self is only one. And everywhere, sarva bhutasthamaatmanam, sarva bhutani chatmani. Now comes ahimsa. Ahimsa, so amanitvam, adambhitvam, ahimsa. So, these are very common words actually. We talk about it. We know that we should not be proud. We know that we should not show off in a normal. But Krishna is telling it in a manner that you are constantly going back to this thought that the self is one and there is not I-ness and mine-ness. There is no differentiation. Only this mana will come, that I am respectable, will come when respect, honor, praise, anything will come when there are two, right? If everybody is same, who will respect whom? So this is how we should start thinking. The intelligence should start make you think that when everything is same, then I should not have this feeling. Now, suppose somebody gives you respect, you should not say that, no, you need not give me respect. You have done something, it is you got some reward, award, anything, accept it. But one should not show off and feel that I am better than this person or I have this skill better than that person. Is it clear? Is it clear? Ahimsa. Ahimsa is not hurting. Not hurting doesn't mean that we kill somebody or beat somebody. Hurting can be by thought. We may not beat somebody or go and kill somebody. But many of the days we are hurting others by our thoughts. Having hateful thoughts, dislike thoughts, grumbling thoughts about others, blameful thoughts, critical thoughts about others. Those are also hurting. So hurting, ahimsa means that. And when will that be? So in fact, ahimsa is when one starts feeling the same way, that if everything is God and God is everywhere, how can I hurt anybody? It doesn't matter, it doesn't mean that you cannot take proper action when it is necessary. Yesterday also I told you, a child has to be disciplined. Maybe the child has to be given 2 slaps. You have to leave. But without any kind of bitterness. For the child, generally, a basic love will be there. But with others, no kind of bitterness should be there. Swamiji always tells us that when you have to get work done by the workers, they are all village people, So, Swamiji says if you have to say something to them, maybe somebody is not working, not giving the output, we have to sometimes be a little stern. So I used to watch that if a person who is not, we are not able to handle, we'll bring to Swamiji that please tell Swamiji, please tell. And I would see that by our telling, that person did not, was opposing. And when Swamiji spoke, very nicely, very enthusiastically went and did the work. So I used to think, what is this? I must learn it. So seeing and learning and asking, Swamiji always says, first own them and then talk. Don't ask why. You tell them how it has to be done. Don't ask why you have not done. Say you did not do, can you do it today? Shall I come and help you? The Swamiji's one method is this. Shall I come and help you? So, even at this age, if he has to make somebody work, it's a very heavy work, he cannot do it now. He will say, uh, I'm also ready to come. So one day we heard that um, in the kitchen, two workers who wash vessels, they got into trouble with each other. They said, we will not do. So Swamiji said, okay, I will go and wash. So as soon as Swamiji went there, we were telling him, please don't go. He said, no, no. And seeing him, immediately they started. So that apart, this owning everybody and then telling, even say this is a center. So many people will have to do work together. So there will be difference of opinion will be there. One will feel that my words have not been heard, is never heard, so I withdraw. So this kind of feeling comes when you have that manitvam. Amanitvam is this. Okay, my word has not been heard. Doesn't matter. I will do as others are saying. That becomes a humility. And suppose that other way of doing, which you also fell in line with, did not work, they may say that let us do whatever you suggested. So especially in a center, especially in our ashram, it is constantly we have to deal with this raga and dvesha and, how to deal with these people, not hurting them, but getting the work done properly. So I used to think that how does Swamiji manage this? So I must also learn. And I think to some extent I have learned now. So we have, like Baba's shrine is there. In Baba's shrine, there we had, the lamp used to be washed every 2 days. So our lamps in the ashram is always shining like gold. Now what was happening, I don't know. There also, when Swamiji comes down and we stand near Baba's shrine, Swamiji used to tell me that, why the lamp is not shining? So I will also say, the lamp is not shining. So then inquired. So they said that the girl who is washing is not washing properly, and after washing also not wiping properly, means they have tried with the girl, and that she is a lady who is like a volcano. So if you say something, she'll just burst. So nobody could make her do it. So then they said that, Ma, you can tell. We were thinking that why not we wash every day. So we have 2 lamps. Every day the lamp is washed. So now that girl was sent to me. So I said that, I heard that you were cleaning the lamp. You generally clean the lamp very well. What's happened? Have you noticed the lamp is not shining? She said, I am also noticing the lamp is not shining. So I said, can you tell me why? Then she said, there's a Marakalana. It's a rainy season, it is so humid and all that. I said that in the rainy season, in all these years, our lamps were shining. So what is happening? She said, yeah, I am also thinking, but I am not able to understand what is happening. I said, you can take 2-3 more dry cloths and, wipe them well. I have done it, it's not happening. Then I said that, what can we do? You know that our tradition of the ashram, everybody comes and appreciates our lamps. So will not people feel bad? Swamiji was also saying. She said, I'm also feeling very bad. So what is the method? What should we do? Then she said, can we have 2 lamps and I will wash every day? See, she gave. When she was being told by others that you wash it every day, she said, I cannot do, I have got so much of work. Now, when I talk to her like this, she herself said that there are 2 lamps, so every day I will wash and make it clean. And that is she is doing. So this is the way when this, but if we say some ahimsa, if we keep on feeling in the mind that this person is bad, we cannot, that love should be there, belongingness should be there, owningness should be there, then we can tell. And Here also that ahimsa, everybody is myself, then it becomes impossible to hurt. Who will hurt whom? But when it becomes necessary, then definitely with owningness, we have to take action. And also, when we have this feeling of ahimsa, then only we can have this sarva bhuta hite rataha. We become so. Then we understand that people will have some defect or other. And also you will feel that same defect may be there within you. Maybe you feel that one person is very irritable. Then how to deal with that? You are getting irritated by the person. What is the thought? How you can think about it? That maybe I get irritated with X. Maybe somebody Y is also getting irritated with me for some other reason. It can happen. So these are pratipaksha bhavana. And how we are able to do it? Using our intelligence. We should not make our mind and intelligence just remain quiet. Introspection, alertness should always be there. And the sarva bhute hite rataha, it becomes adveshta sarva bhutanam. That is, not having any kind of dislike or hatred for anybody. Suhridas sarvadehinam. You become friend of everybody. And you will find that so much of difference has come. Like in America this time, when we went to America in June, I think Swamiji was taking something in Bhagavad Gita. After Swamiji's lecture, one lady came to Swamiji and said, Swamiji, you explained it so well. And I had a great difference of opinion with one of my friends and we were not talking. After your lecture, I went and hugged her and all our differences are gone. So this is how it should go into the mind. So when such a thing happens, this ahimsa, it penetrates into everything. The thought process, the speech and actions. In nothing there will be ahimsa. So what will happen? Even if there are, say you are a spiritual seeker, you want to sit with your spiritual disciplines or practices, and there is a lot of sound in the house, people are not very much supportive, some hindrances are there, you won't get annoyed with them. Why? Because you will feel that this is given, he is doing, he is also me, so I will try to still feel that he is myself and not get annoyed. You can cry and weep to God and feel that why such hindrances are there, why I'm not able to concentrate, why I'm feeling like this, why I'm grumbling, while my mind is getting upset and afflicted by the situation. That is, in any situation we should not be affected. So in this situation, why I'm getting affected? Suppose in the center also, when people are together, one may like this one may like this one may like a particular type of flower decoration, another may not like it. So all these things should not give us the feeling of grumbling or feeling of dislike towards anybody. In fact, what we should feel that, oh God, you are giving me situations. What? Situations to make me feel that I can practice samatva of the mind. I can practice ahimsa of the mind. I can practice humility of the mind. So generally we all want very favorable situations, even for our spiritual disciplines or any other. In the life itself, we want everything very smooth. But if it is not, then every situation should be taken as a sadhana. And through that sadhana, how will you test yourself that in the midst of all adversities, you are still unaffected? Only when adversity will come, let not big adversities come, but the small adversities, like what we do not like in the house, or we do not have common opinions in a group. Even in those situations, what we should feel is that it's good. In this situation, oh God, I am very blessed that you have put me in this situation so that I can test that I am remaining peaceful and I am not complaining about anybody. Okay, I think time is over. So it will never going anywhere. I've got. But is it all helpful? So whatever I can do, I will do tomorrow, and rest of it you should learn. We will chant the shloka. Say, Amanitvamadambhitvam
Amanitvamadambhitvam
Ahimsakshantirarjavam
Ahimsakshantirarjavam
Acharyopasanam shaucham
Acharyopasanam shaucham
Sthairyamaatma vinigraha
Sthairyamaatma vinigraha
Indriyartheshu vairagyam
Indriyartheshu vairagyam
Anahankara evacha
Anahankara evacha
Janma mrityu jara vyadhi
Janma mrityu jara vyadhi
Dukkha doshanudarshanam
Dukkha doshanudarshanam
Asaktiranabhishvangaha
Asaktiranabhishvangaha
Putradara grihadishu
Putradara grihatishu
Nityam cha samachittatvam
Nityam cha samachittatvam
Ishtanishtopapatishu
Ishtanishtopapatishu
Mai chananya yogena
Mahi chananya yogena
Bhaktiravyabhicharini
Bhaktiravyabhicharini
Vivikta desha sevitvam
Vivikta desha sevitvam
Aratirjana samsadi
Aratirjana samsadi
Adhyatma jnana nityatvam
Adhyatma jnana nityatvam
Tattvajnanartha darshanam
Tattva jnanartha darshanam
Etajnanamiti proktam
Etajnanamiti proktam
Ajnanam yadatonyatha
Ajnanam yadatonyatha
Sampurnam jagadevanandanavanam Sarvepi kalpadrumaha Gangam vari samastavari nivahaha Punyas samastah kriyaha Vachah prakrita samskrita shrutishiro Varanasi medini Sarvavasthitirasya vastu vishaya Drishti parabrahmani Sarvavasthitirasya vastu vishaya Drishti parabrahmani Jai Guru, Jai Guru.